Welcome back to my channel. So as promised, for today's video we're going to conclude season 2 of Game of Thrones. Excited because I can't wait to watch season 3. As I stated on my previous videos, I've heard many great things about season 3, so my expectations are quite high for that season, so that I'm looking forward to it, that's for sure. Before we get into it, make sure to subscribe if you like this content. Let's go.
Where am I? These are your new chambers. A little cramped, perhaps, but you don't need much room, do you?
Was he demoted?
You are no longer a hand of the king.
Of course. They prepped us for something like this, honestly. Like, we knew that this was gonna happen from the way everything was going. His criticism of the king, he was not gonna get away with it. And honestly, I feel like he's getting away with it a lot, because I'm surprised that they haven't killed him yet, honestly. They're so angry at him, and even the father doesn't defend him at all, and they don't seem to feel love for him. Maybe his brother a bit, but honestly, they really despise him, and that's unfortunate, but it was gonna get to this point. It was kind of granted. It was just a matter of time. So we shall see how that goes now.
I too have heard tales of your beauty and grace, but the tales do not do you justice, my lady. It would be an honor to return your love, but I am promised to another. A king must keep his word.
Your Grace, in the judgment of your small council, it would be neither proper nor wise for you to wed the daughter of a man beheaded for treason. A girl whose brother is in open rebellion against the throne as we speak. For the good of the realm, your counselors beg you to set Sansa Stark aside.
Strange, she's so terrified of that, because if she's not is betrothed, in a way she's going to be exposed and vulnerable, because she has been protected in a way by that role, and being set aside would mean death for her. In a way, she will be unprotected, so she's terrified right now. She did all of this. She basically abided to all these all this unfairness, this abuse by the Lannisters. She was subjected to torture in a way, mental health. She has so many mental health issues, this girl, probably, she has gone through a lot, and now she's being put aside. That's not just a defeat, it's not a liberation. At this point, it's not a liberation, it's a tragedy for her, because after what she's been through, she has been prepared to take that role, and in a way protected her. So that's kind of an interesting step. I'm not sure what will happen if he's going to give in. It seems like he's very gullible and very easily persuaded. He's very young, so it's possible that he's going to break off the engagement,
I'm free to heed my heart. Solaris, I will gladly wed your sweet sister. You will be my queen, and I will love you from this day.
What did I say? He's so gullible, easily persuaded. And what's gonna happen to Sansa now? She should have gone with the Hound. See? I hope you learn your lesson. Now you're exposed to danger. What are you gonna do? They're gonna kill her. They don't need her anymore. Oh, she's laughing.
My sincerest condolences.
They're right, I'm not good enough for him.
You shouldn't say that.
She's such a good player. I almost came in and thought she was terrified.
He'll still enjoy beating you.
It was my mistake, guys.
And now that you're a woman, he'll be able to enjoy you in other ways as well.
But
this guy,
if he's not marrying me,
he'll let you go home. Joffrey's not the sort of boy who gives away his toys.
These two souls, binding them as one for eternity. Look upon one another and say the words.
Father, Smith, warrior, mother, maiden, crone, stranger. I am hers, and she is mine, from this day until the end of my days.
watching them, you know, Robb, um, and Talisa, I think is her name. Um, I don't know, I'm a little bit anxious because it's like they put aside the pact that he had, the agreement that he had with that man. I'm calling a man ugly man because I always forget his name. But I don't know what's gonna happen on it because I feel a little bit anxious about it because they are not really disclosing much of the resolution. Like they're not saying at all how they're gonna get around this, you know? They're not saying much, and that kind of concerns me because that should be their priority. They have to make a justification why this was acceptable and they couldn't go through with the deal of him marrying one of his daughters. And that concerns me quite a bit, you know what I mean? Because there's like, he's defying all the rules, and you know, I think he's playing a very, very dangerous game, you know, because that man doesn't seem very he's not very pleasant, and unless you want to pay him or like you want to pay him or I have no idea how he's gonna resolve this issue with this man. I think he's gonna have to fight him or kill him or something because I think it will be a threat to him. I think he admires her talent. I mean, he thinks that she's very talented. She could be a talented, you know, fighter, and probably she's fascinated by her.
Waiting for you.
Yeah, of course.
How do you know we'd come this way?
After all the things you have seen, this is your question.
Yeah.
How did you kill those guards? Was it hard?
Doesn't look
No
like.
harder than taking a new name, if you know the way.
Show me how. I want to be able to do it too.
If you would learn, you must come with me.
Oh, yeah,
Where?
see?
Far and away across the narrow sea to Bravos.
You're
And in
sticking a
pain,
list
bow.
or something.
Names to offer up to the Red God. She could offer them all, one by one.
Oh.
I want to. But I can't.
For a moment, if I took a screenshot of her facial expression when he was kind of offering to teach her and take her with him, to teach her these ways of this faceless man. I don't know if it's a cult or whatever. She was like so excited, like the way she looked like in trance. So just to show you the idea of killing these people, like Cersei, the people that she hates the most, they kind of like excites her. Oh my gosh, she has like it's a sadistic nature to that, you know. There's a sadistic nature to that, but it's satisfying for her because she has such a revengeful nature. It's kind of growing, and there was a glimpse of it during season 1, but it has been marked significantly on season 2, this sense of revenge, you know. Yeah, definitely it's growing, and I'm wondering where it's gonna take her. I imagine her by the end of this show that she's gonna kill everybody. And that's gonna be interesting. Oh my god. But I cannot really debate against that because, you know, the people that she wants to kill have taken the most from her, you know. They're quite evil people. They're not good people at all. So, I mean, no one I cannot reprimand her for that in a sense within that context because I feel bad for all the things that they have done to her family. They really have destroyed her family, you know, they're all like separated and dysfunctional now. And it's just very sad because the Stark family was so unified. It was very different from the rest of the families that we have seen. It was very different from the Targaryens, the Lannisters. They're quite unified, and it's like they define themselves as wolves. And they work they work in a pack. The individual wolves really don't have much of a survival. They really have difficulty surviving because they really function as a pack, and that's different from maybe other creatures and animals. So that's why they have so many of these parallelism and characteristics with the wolves. And even the Robert Baratheon was very alienated from his family. That's why he was very close to Ned Stark. So the Stark family, I think, is unique in a sense. And forget about it, they have a lot of children too. So they're a big family unit. Wait a second, where is she now? Wait, that's... Isn't that where the throne is? The Iron Throne? It's all destroyed, by the way. It doesn't look like it is now. Okay, there's the snow. Oh my god, there's meaning into it. Oh, that's great. Let's analyze. So we have destroy building. Is that premonition or something? There's the snow. That reminds me of Winterfell. The ice. The throne. It's within her reach. She's approaching. She's enchanted by it. She wants to touch it and sit on it, probably. She touches it, but then she was distracted by her dragons. They're crying. She's very close touching the throne. But she doesn't. And she goes away. That's the wall. Is it? That's the wall. So this is... What the hell is she?
شني هات مفزع كوي أنا هات مفزع فيني فيشي راون فيني فيشي راونت.
It's so sad that she lost him, you know? Oh my god.
هشيش ما تريفك نفك مسوي هشيش رجاج أجلاني
ما شيش راجيم
It's a very touching scene, you know?
Ishish anna ast vision from memeji for hilem.
I don't know what the hell they're doing. What they're saying.
هتيف شفتي
Ishish me atterarelo. Atterarelo jeyarijiani. Anavunusok.
That was a little bit heartbreaking because, you know, it was just a mixture of maybe premonition and aspiration, or maybe a little bit of the what ifs, you know, what she would have loved, and or like I said, it's part of our aspiration, of what could have been, what she has lost. You know, there was a lot in that scene. I mean, it's a lot of meaning. Many of the things don't make sense to me yet. Maybe they will make sense in the future. But definitely we do have a premonition. And the snow was quite interesting. I'm not sure why the snow specifically. The snow is a characteristic of the north, the Stark family, and specifically Jon Snow, because if you think about it, she was at the wall. And right now he is the main protagonist of that storyline. So I'm wondering if it has something to do with that. I have no idea. You know, definitely is that was a connection to the Stark family and Winterfell in general in the north, you know. Well, nothing sorry for him. That's like the premonition that she had, you know? They're leaving him here. What the hell? He's gonna freeze. like zombie land. They look like zombies. Good. Oh my gosh. And like I said, Daenerys' storyline is always the one that's closest pretty much to season or very close to closing. Even though it's the one that's least highlighted, at least so far. Right now, really just the Stark and Lannister families are the ones that are the protagonists. But I think Daenerys might have a bigger role in the future, but you know, right now she doesn't really. But the end was so interesting. I don't understand why he spared him, at least at this point. I'm not sure if he's gonna spare him after in season 3. I don't know. He just passed and turned away, so I presume he's not gonna do anything to him. So I found that interesting. I'm not sure why. But you know what, these things, I don't even, what are they called, white walkers, I think they call. Anyway, those, I don't know, I don't find them interesting. I mean, they look like zombies, and I think Game of Thrones doesn't really need that. I know this has been hinted by season 1, like since season 1 has been hinted, those things were were coming from the first scene. This is just becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. But at the end of the day, I think if this thread was removed from the Game of Thrones storyline, I would probably not mind. Like, I think that whatever's happening without the White Walkers, it's sufficient to create a good story, an intriguing story. So I think right now they're kind of, they're like in the way. They're coming, yes, but basically no one is really realizing the threat at the moment. So they're coming, but no one really cares at the moment, except a few people that I've seen them. So, I mean, for me, right now, they're kind of irrelevant. I really did love this episode. I'm not sure what's going to happen to Sansa. I'm kind of curious about what will happen to her. So I can't wait to watch season 3 to see her storyline, how it's gonna do. And then I would like to see more of Jon Snow. I would never be satisfied with Jon Snow. I want more of him, definitely. It's just I find him very interesting. He's such a cool character, and yeah, so I'd like to see more of him. And yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about Robb Stark, Talisa. Like I said, they kind of got married, and they said, well, whatever about the deal, I don't give a shit. I'm just marrying her because I love her. He's not thinking about the consequences, so that scares me a bit. But hopefully they will resolve it in season 3. And yeah. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode. If you want to have your input, please do. I read all the comments, and I try to comment on each one. I like to interact with you guys, so let me know what you guys thought of this episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!